Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Thalia. Our heroes are currently on their way back to the Mithril Mines to hand over the weapons of the first Dragon Lord to Vulcan to return them to their former might and glory. On the way, Nefel stopped by Thickbook, who has now set about building a home for the two of them and Persephone out near Woodhike to retire, when all this is said and done. However, later on the road, the gang spot a peculiar sight, a gaggle of mechanical birds. But Atalanta knew that these are Stimfade, the artificial creature companions to Amazonian warriors, and that this group had gone rogue and mad. In the ensuing attack, Atalanta revealed to the gang her own Stimfade, a golden clockwork owl named Bubbo, who tried to reason with his ilk, but it was no use. And with most of the Stimfade defeated swiftly and surveyed the scene, they discovered that this was the site of a vicious battle between a raiding party of the northern Thilian tribes and a group of Theban Amazons on the mainland for reasons unknown. Atalanta, distraught to discover her sisters defeated, cuts off her ponytail and ritually burns it and the bodies of the fallen thieves, laying them to a final rest. And we'll pick up as the final embers burn down after an extended period of solemn, reverential silence.
Who's gonna speak first?
Right time.
I feel like it'd be weird
I'm
to
just
talk
gonna
to her
go
right
to
now. It doesn't seem
Atalanta.
like the right time.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
this
just
is
gonna
really
walk up to
fine.
Atalanta. What do you want to do now?
We should keep going. Yes. Yeah, we'll keep going. Yep. Yeah. I'm just gonna start walking back towards the cart.
I'm gonna sort of nudge Juno really quick. Just be like, I don't remember what the Valis incense scent is, but you maybe want to go, and I know that was her thing. If you want to maybe offer something to her, I'm not sure how much comfort I could be right now. Maybe offer a slight funeral if possible.
I think that's a good idea, mate. I might go over to her. Okay, so I'm gonna go over to Atalanta. Like, she's walking now, isn't she?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm just gonna I'll just go over to her. And I'll catch up with her rather, and I'll just be like, Atalanta, I realize you must be feeling a little many things, of course, and I'm just wondering, I'm here if you want me to lead a funeral service in honor of your loved ones.
Yes. Yeah, but I do not know how it slipped my mind. Yes, if you would be so kind, I would be forever in your debt.
I'd be happy to.
With this, Atalanta kind of stopped in her tracks. And she takes a deep breath and she sort of closes her eyes and takes a moment, and then she her eyes open and there's fire in those eyes now, and she walks over to Jury. Jury, my friend.
Yes,
May I ask a favor of you?
of course.
I am not sure if you are the one to ask, but would it be possible for us to search for tracks and for any clues as to who could have been here, or whether
I'm fine to make a detour, but the wilderness is not so good for me. At least I'll check what I can, but I, I think some of our other companions might be more capable. But of course, I am happy to make this detour if that is what you're asking.
I know that you have a great nose, and I was just wondering if perhaps it would be useful.
I can give it a go, but like I say, I think the outdoors and searching for things in the wild might be more your thing. Kev, may I make some sort of check? What check would this be?
Well, I'll say for a start that if you want, you can either make the check, or if you want to give Atalanta the help, that's totally cool as well.
I'll give Atalanta the help.
But yeah, I definitely call this an investigation check.
Yeah, because mine's only for perception. So yeah, I'll listen. The wilderness is a bit more your domain. What with and then I sort of indicated the bow, that thing. So I'll help you with whatever I can, but also my eyes aren't that great. But sure, are you sure you don't want to take another moment of silence before we continue? I think Juno is lighting something up.
Juno is taking care of the ceremony. I would prefer to look for tracks.
Okay.
Oh, that's a dirty 20, baby.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You survey the scene in front of you. As I mentioned last week, you already kind of got a good look at it, and looking at the positioning of where each of the bodies lay and looking at the marks in the ground, you get like a kind of a 3D. You can almost see like a three-dimensional play-by-play of how this battle kind of turned out, how this battle came to be, and it looked like, as you're kind of looking around, you can see that these Amazons, they were traveling through this area and were suddenly set upon by these Thillian raiders. You could see the scuffles, you could see the marks, and as I mentioned last time, you can see the Amazons closing rank as what looks to have been a larger force than the bodies of the Thillian tribes would indicate. It looks like there was many more people here and they left. From the looks of things, though, it looks like they left, that this happened quite a while. This happened yesterday. So there are tracks indicating a direction, but they would be long gone from anywhere near you right now.
Okay.
Would she get any info on like the because you said it was 3 other Amazons from Themis. Who were the other raiders? I think you said it was like a centaur and a minotaur as well.
It's actually the forces from the Thillian tribes. It was, you could tell by the kind of the marks in the ground that it was a troop consisting of centaurs and minotaurs.
Oh, I thought there were more corpses. Pardon me. Cool.
No. So there was the 6 teams and then a handful. So there was the minotaur that the Stimfey were picking at, and then there was more centaurs and minotaurs further along the way.
Does the minotaur corpse look like warrior-y as well, or is this just like a random dude? Okay.
Nope. These are, as I said as well, you spotted that these are kitted out and marked in a very similar tribal pattern that would indicate that these are related to the troop that attacked you the last time you were coming from the forge. But from what you kind of know of the history of these sorts of tribes, that they actually live a fair way away from here. These would be, while you're kind of south heading down towards the Cerulean Gulf, these guys would typically dwell up north of Astoria, like up past the city. So they made quite a journey down this way.
So I'm gonna nudge that a little bit. Like, this is similar to the ones from the northern steppes that came down from us as commanded by Gaius before, and were witnessing our sacrifice at the Rock of Estor. What do you think? These are sent by the same people. Do you remember there was a gang of Gaigans and things watching us get sacrificed? Probably had some friends.
Can I check the bodies of the minotaurs and centaurs for any religious iconography?
Yeah. Give me investigation.
Okay. I'll use purple. Pretty good. Investigation. So 21.
21. You find a lot of them were much like the Themans beside them, were very bare bones. Not a lot of equipment. Like, again, they seem to travel light and only what they needed for an attack. But one of them looks to be kitted out in slightly larger gear. He has on him a painting, again, like all of them have kind of like various kind of like face markings and kind of a kind of battle makeup. One of them, who you can presume would have been one of the leaders of one of the Minotaurs, has very scratchily in a face paint, very scratchily in a kind of a face paint on his forehead, a red eye, distinct from the eye amulet that Atalanta picked up, where that is kind of a silver with a blue iris to indicate Valus. This red eye, much like the eye that adorns his own forehead, is to indicate Sidon.
I'm gonna show it to jury in Atlanta.
Sidon, huh?
Yep. Well,
As
shit.
As expected, really.
At least it's still the same one enemy, so silver lining.
Atlanta just looks at him.
So does Kelly, actually. Just
And then just
making new enemies here. He's the same one from before, and clearly it was unsuccessful. Like, if this was, I don't know if this was meant to be some sort of sign, but fucking, I pointed but like, I don't know this dude, so this means nothing to me. Maybe he's important to any of you, but
Sure.
what I'm trying to say is that we could be. This is just the fact that the tyrant that we're attempting to take down doesn't like us. This proves that we're going in the right direction, and he's sucking at it, so we'll be fine.
Well, my 6 dead sisters might disagree with you there, but you have a point. We are clearly doing something right. And so, as soon as Juno is finished, we should continue on to Vulcan.
I hope he didn't get to him.
Do you have any idea why they were here?
No, I was unaware that they were on the mainland, and I am surprised to find them here.
That's good. Another mystery. We'll just add that to the list.
Yes.
Do people know that you are here?
I would prefer not to say.
Juno, do you need help with this? Any help setting up for this ceremony?
Just out of game, like, I mean, would this be like? This probably wouldn't take very long. I'm assuming, right?
Not like if you're kind of just doing like an extra role play, just kind of like lighting a candle, doing a sermon, that kind of thing. I don't know.
Pouring one out.
Pouring one out. I don't know if you have it stuck. There is a spell called ceremony, which would it would take a spell slot and it would only affect one body, which essentially protects the body. The bodies are burnt actually, though. So, but it
just means that it can't become undead for 7 days. I have ceremony prepped, but like,
they've been burnt. They've been cremated. So,
and we don't have 25 GPs worth of powdered silver.
That too. So I'd say like it's as long as you kind of wanted to take.
Yeah, I think it's just like I'd be doing like the sort of, out of respect and like sort of symbolic gesture of like, that's what I'd be doing. So yeah, I don't think I think I can be. Can I be ready now? I'm ready now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Nafil. I think I'm all ready to go. Actually, if we would all like to gather around here. And
grabbing my thing of cheap wine, ready to pour one out.
Nafel kneels down beside you.
And I just deliver the ceremony. And could I maybe reach out to hold Atalanta's hand? Is that possible?
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god, it's happening.
But she's still standing, so you're like doing that awkward thing of you're kneeling, holding someone's hand who's like standing.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. I deliver, I guess, like a eulogy of sorts. Yeah.
Hey, Finn, just hit me with a quick religion check.
Yes, I will. Yes, I will.
You better not botch this.
Oh god. Pressure. Okay. Religion check. Oh, it's +0. Perfect. That's what I need. 18. Oh my god.
Hey!
Yay!
Oh Jesus! Are you proud of me, mother?
I hope you're not talking to Atalanta.
No.
Valis, surely.
Valis.
Okay, just making sure.
You deliver a very solemn and respectful sermon and eulogy for these brave warriors. And
can I cast
like
thaumaturgy real quick to make his voice their voice carry out over the whole area?
So you cast thaumaturgy. So your voice now kind of resonates throughout the break in the woods and the rest of the forest. But on top of that, your body actually glows with a kind of a divine light.
Ooh.
And as you recite these words and pay respects to the dead, from the ashes and from the pyre, you see just 6 shafts of kind of glittering starlight rise into the air and dissipate, and then the glow around your aura fades.
Okay, and then I get up, and I guess everyone obviously can get up with me, and Well, Atalanta, ready when you are.
Thank you. Let's go. Yep, she's gonna walk straight to the cart.
Yeah.
I follow.
Yeah.
As do I.
And you continue your journey.
Wait, was Buse able to take that shit?
Oh, Jesus, I completely forgot about the message. Yeah, now a lot of it's been sitting out, so it's worn and it's cheap.
A bit like
But
Buse.
like it,
Sorry.
Zing.
Don't worry, Boost is not taking the stuff for, to wear it long term.
yeah, no, you have the yeah. So there was about 7 dead total Thillians. So yeah, it'd be 7 sets of very raggedy light armor, and 7 bashed up rusted swords, all
Sweet.
of which are covered in dirt and blood.
All the better.
But yeah, no, they're sitting there. So you take them up.
All right, put them point side out in the back of the cart. It'll be fine.
Even better
Alright.
if
I
someone
like the
checks us.
idea of like the gang is having this really solemn moment and Buse is in the background just like taking all the armor off the bodies.
Yeah. During a ceremony.
yeah.
Just shaking the corpse of a centaur to get his jerkin off.
They have any money on them?
No.
Why do they have so much junk in their trunk? Ugh.
Will you stop
Yeah.
complimenting the dead bodies and get into the cart?
So you load up the cart then with all your trash and get and hop on your way. So obviously this detour took some time, so it's a little bit later than you would have anticipated. Like you would have left Astoria fairly midday. Between your brief sojourn with Thickbug and your encounter with the Stim Fae, it's closer to about 8 o'clock by the time you actually hit the Archelon Falls. So just
Can I
as
do
you
a quick scene while we're on the way?
Yeah, sure. No, go ahead. I'll pick up the there.
Oh, sorry. But just sort of like while we're like as we're driving after the ceremony, on sort of like the first few quiet like rolls of like uneven land as we're going down towards up towards the falls. I just want to ask sort of everything back. Sort of like just saying loud enough for like everybody just like so. Atlanta, what are some of the best parts of Themis while it's on your mind? I don't think any of us. I certainly haven't been there, and I doubt many of our other companions have.
I don't think you'd be allowed there, Jury.
I would, but I just couldn't come back.
You most certainly would not come back. Although
Oh, what a pleasure it is to
quite
die the
as-
way you wish to live. You know what I'm saying?
well, let's just say you wouldn't be quite as useful to us as some of our other companions.
So tell us about the weirdest dick you saw.
What?
She's gonna like move to the opposite side of whatever of the car.
Listen, I tried to break the tension.
Oh, God.
But other than the weird dicks, is it good?
Well, I am fond of it. I would
Anything-
rather not speak of it if you would not mind.
Mhm.
We should focus on what we ask of Vulcan.
Sure, but Atlanta, you had a nice bird there.
Yes, thank you.
He's
She
very
can
cute.
see that they're all very stressed, and she's just like, nah.
He's very cute though. Does he have a name?
Bubbo.
Excuse me? Pardon-moi?
Boo.
What was the name again?
Bubbo.
That's a nice name.
It's a wonderful
you.
name.
That's a lovely name. Does he talk? Or more of a bird?
Does he sing?
Does he, Dan?
Yeah, can he stomp?
He cannot stop, my dear friend. But I promise you, should he ever learn, you will be the first to know.
Thank you. The fellow's very pleased.
And then I guess it's a weird drive back, but
As talk of Bubbo lightens the mood and kind of brings everyone's spirits back up, you just break the wagon, and Jerry sitting at the front just sees the wagon break up to the top of the cliff, following along the river. And just as you get up, you get suddenly hit in the face with the sun rays as it's just about to start descending over the coast. And straight out ahead of you is the stretch of the beautiful Cerulean Gulf Sea.
grand stretch.
Boat check. Boat check real quick.
Hit me with a perception.
No problem, no problem. Ah, shit. That is 9.
No boats. No
Who
dice.
earns?
So as like before, you dismount, you leave the mounts, you leave Nigel, you leave the mule, and you leave the wagon sitting where they are, tied up to a tree, and descend along the familiar.
Wait, while we're still at the cart, I need to listen. Do you remember how I asked all of you earlier when we were down in the labyrinth? I asked you all a weird favor to wait for me to talk to Graxus, and you all trusted me enough to do that, even though it was a risky maneuver
I don't remember that at all.
and seemed weird at the time.
Not really.
Yes, I remember that perfectly.
Do you want to do this to Vulcan?
No, but I'm just saying, remember when I asked you to do something weird and you trusted me and it was fine, and it will pay off big dividends in future? I need to ask something of all of you at the moment. I have a small jewelry box in the cart and a jeweler's kit in the cart, and I would like, I promise it's not weird, but I'm going to need to get everyone's ring size, if that is okay. I promise it'll be worth it.
Sure. And I hold out my hand.
Me too.
Okay, and then I get whatever spaghetti measuring tool thing they use for that, and I get everybody's size. Perfect.
Persephone's like, I like gold.
And Fel leans in and whispers to Callie, I hope we're getting married to all of us. I've never done it before. It seems like a good fun. They seem to really like each other when they do that.
Kira kind of leans in. I didn't realize there was a note of extra friendship.
I hope so.
No, it's don't. Kira, I don't think you want to be involved in this, but trust me, it'll be fine.
She kind of coyly kind of like smirks at you. Was like, oh, I don't need another trinket.
Oh.
Callie doesn't pick up on that.
Okay, whatever. You weren't invited anyway, so it's fine.
She kind of giggles.
I feel like she doesn't like Vulcan.
Embarrassing me, Bob.
Okay, so if everybody's cool with that, all right, I'm Gucci. I'm taking all those down in my little jeweler's box, and then I'm picking that up with me. And okay, let's go inside. If there's anything in there right now, I'm so screwed. But it'll be fine.
Yeah, you've got all of your measurements. You're all good with that. And so you leave everything upside, and to start descending along that old familiar cliff face.
I blow a kiss to Nigel as we leave.
Nigel kind of whinnies, doesn't really look at you.
Nice.
Just being a horse. But you start moving down the path. Of course, once again you hit the ladder that drops about 10 feet, and make of it as however you decide to be most creative.
I take the letter and use it to get down.
It's a good idea. I'll do that too.
Atlanta follows.
I also take the ladder.
Fuse flips.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You're under no time constraint. I'm not gonna make you roll flip. You take your time with the flip. It's a good flip.
Wait, you've got no time constraints, so you don't have to roll the flip, so you can just take as many tries as you want. If you fail, is that what you
That's
mean?
hilarious.
That's not
Well,
how it works.
I rolled anyway, and it's fine. Cool.
Okay. What was your acrobatics roll?
My acrobatics? Well, 19.
Okay, you can flip.
It's a
9.5.
I want scorecards, everybody.
And so you then make your way back down the path. Once again, taking that right then into the cave structure. And things look different almost immediately. For where before this would have been a dark, dirty, and moist cave, it's still mostly that. But there is now a couple of torches stuck up
that's nice.
on the wall, so it's a little more illuminated. And the smell of kind of rotten flesh and fish just isn't as obtrusive as it was. And as you make your way then along that corridor, where before it would have been a fork in the road, the left turn that would have led into the sprawling nest of troglodyte caves is instead replaced by a caved-in pile of rubble. And so then to go once again to the go through, then you take the right in back to the Mithril Forges. And where before, again, it was in disrepair, there was some torches, and especially like when you dealt with a lot of the statues of the petrified creatures from the cockatrices, the rubble and debris that would have been left over from those petrified corpses, you see a lot of that's been swept up. Things are starting to look a little cleaner. It's still definitely an old cave, but it's only been a couple of days. But you can see somebody's been really making an effort to actually tidy the place up.
Giant hole in the floor still there.
As well, actually, I am just going to drop once again the map for kind of for visual flair. But once again, you make your way then along the corridor.
He's really renovating the place.
I'm loving what he's doing with it.
You think he's going to flip it?
MTV cave.
Making your way then kind of along the corridor, once again breaking out into the massive fathomless pit that is still there. It's hard to cover that up really in a matter of days.
You need a very big blanket.
But what you actually notice when you first spotted this, all of the riggings and supports were in terrible disrepair and rotted. You actually see now in front of you you see what looks like a freshly built oaken staircase that leads from pretty much right in front of you down the face of the pit. And as you look down towards the side entrance that Opa and Callie had previously flown through.
Oh.
And another notable difference is where before and as you look to the right, where before the center of the main hall of what would have been the entrance hall to the original mine, where once there was the colossal corpse of a giant 3-headed Cerberus, it is currently missing, along with all of the other bodies of the death dogs who you took care of previously. There's still a lot of stains on the floor, and you can definitely see drag marks towards the pit, but that corpse is no longer there.
Maybe if we meet like an unemployed cleaning crew on our travels, we can point them in this direction, and they can really spruce the place up. It's going
Great
nice.
idea.
It's going nice, but
we have been making quite a mess, and it's only going to get worse. That's a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Or they just get a big rug, No.
Huge rug.
You could stitch a few rugs together.
Yeah, that's a good idea. You're clever.
Oh yeah, that's a great idea. Like a quilt.
You just say this to Vulcan when we get down there.
So, do you descend using the stairs, or do you head back over to the lift?
Let's take these new stairs. I want to check them out.
Yeah, I'll take the stairs.
I don't know why I'll take the lift.
Atalanta's gonna go with Nefel to make sure he doesn't die.
Make sure he says drag now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm going to the lift too.
Why not take the easier option when you're provided with one,
Juice is taking the stairs.
Why would I use my feet when I don't have to?
Exactly.
So, Jury, Juno, and Boost go take the stairs, and Callie, Atalanta, and Nefel head over to the lift. So, Callie, Atalanta, and Nefel, as you head over, then you cross what now, without the giant remains of a colossal monster taking up a lot of room, you realize now that this opening hall is massive. It's a wide open space. Where you could obviously
great for parties in here.
You could obviously imagine a lot of dwarves being able to congregate here, moving in and out. Like it would have been a very kind of bustling centerpiece. And so as you make your way then across this long room, over towards the lift, which, as we all remember, Atalanta took up Pro of Nothing on her own. You see there is a sign just kind of haphazardly, just kind of nailed next to the lift. That just says in kind of like in very scratchy writing, bloody passwords disabled.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yeah. Because we definitely forgot what that was. For sure.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I was going to pull the lever.
Yeah, I was going to just...
We could have just died, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, classic.
So as you enter the lift, as you enter the elevator, and once again pull the lever, you hear a lot of kind of ticking and whirring. And then you just hear an exhaust valve just kind of hiss, but then the elevator starts lowering once again as it did. For the rest of you, so Persephone, Jury, and Juno, you make your way then along the stairs. You obviously you see it and it looks firm, but there's always going to be a part of you that's like that thinks I am walking out onto a wooden plank above a fathomless pit, and that is terrifying. But as much as your anxieties may beware, you step out onto the planks and it is firm. Where you'd expect a kind of a give and a creak, it is firm and solid. As you make your way down along the face of the pit, there's a cold breeze that kind of drafts up from the bottom, and as you get lower and lower, your footsteps start to echo just more and more, and it gets quieter but eerier and quieter, and like there's like about halfway down, there's an almost suspense to the air. But as you make your way to the bottom, that suspense is thoroughly broken as there is almost what looks like a roaring firelight just blasting out of a hole in the wall. As you make your way then to the bottom and in this cavernway, and you enter into what is an active, like into the heart of the now newly active Mithril Forge. Streaking along the walls, along the sides, as you enter, are just running moats of molten lava, just steaming and bubbling away. You hear something ticking, something whirring, and something clanging off in the distance. There's a lot of noise and a lot of movement of productivity around you, and suddenly you hear just through what looks like through one of the valves in the pipes above you, you hear a voice just go, "Hey, watch out!" Of as a fiery snake launches out of one of the pipes above you and slithers into one of the pools of lava across the side of the hall, and rearing up his tall, lanky 11-foot stature, dripping in molten fluids and looking ecstatic for it, is the Forge Master. It's like, "Hey, buddies, how are you doing?"
We're good. You look well.
I'm doing great. You know, I said a lot. I tell you, if only you could get in those pipes, which of course you can't because it's molten material and your flesh would melt down to nothing. But oh, it feels good. It really limbers up the snake bones, you know?
Yeah, it really suits you, mate. You're literally glowing.
I've been told even for ignorant standards, I'm very radiant.
Even by those standards, mate.
Damn, well listen, what's got you guys down in this cave again? What's going on?
Oh, we need to speak with Vulcan.
The old guy. Yeah, he's in the main room. Come on, let's go in.
Yeah, fantastic.
And as you then follow through the forges, the other three, you hit the bottom of the elevator, where again, once you would have walked out, this would have been a dark room with an eerie glow. Everything's much more illuminated now. The entranceway from the bottom of the elevator is much more lit up, and there's a lot more light streaming out from the room of the forges. And like with the others, you hear the clanging, the banging, the clamoring, and as you take your turn into where the pool of lava is, where you would have fought the Cerberus guarding the forge previously. You see the pool of lava and the active forges around it, and you see Vulcan in there just hammering away. And as he fears your footsteps, he's got his kind of magnifying monocle on him for kind of appraising his works. He looks up and gives you kind of one firm eye, like, "Well, if it isn't the heroes, what can I'd heard I got the bird say duty coming, but I didn't expect you so soon."
This is a nice place you've got. It's looking well.
Hey, it's a wonderful piece of architecture, but truly it's still a shadow of it was in the mainstay of it in its heyday. But it's getting along. We're working on it together.
That is so sweet.
I'm working on the refurbishment, and Sal there is working on the cleaning.
We brought you something.
Are you guys getting along well?
And you see then the forge keeper walks in. It's like, "Yeah, but if you gave me a hand with the cleaning, I might be able to burn the stuff, but it still stinks like shit."
Your name is Sal?
Yeah, the forge keeper's a real mouthful. I got sick of hearing it. It sounds like a title. So me and Vulcan here, we decided to start calling me Sal. It's a play because I'm a salamander.
Ah, cute.
Quite clever.
Love it.
So he reaches out his hand. He's like, "So it's Sal." Oh wait, no, hold. Nope, shouldn't touch me. I'm made of fire. That's a bad call.
Aw.
People do often tell me I shouldn't touch fire.
It's, those people are wise people.
Or are they liars?
No, Nefel, they are wise people. You should not touch fire. Take
Oh,
this
okay.
from literal fire.
I am not a wise woman, though.
Okay. Me. Well, actually, never mind. I'm okay.
It's like, oh, and Vulcan just kind of first was like, all right. So I hear that you've got something to show me.
Adeline goes forward and hands him the great axe of Xander. We have acquired some weapons, and we were hoping that you could restore them to their previous glory.
And also, look, and the fella pulls open his shirt to show his tattoo. We all got matching tattoos.
He definitely proudly points to his.
And we also found the shield.
Opa casts minor illusion.
He definitely points to his tattoo with Pythor's hammer. Pretty sick, huh? Very exclusive.
You know your son did these.
Hey, yeah, that looks like his work. I'll give him that. It's almost a circle, so I'll have to give him that.
Yeah.
But now, if we're talking about true artistry, and he takes then the axe out of your hands, Atalanta, like this. I remember this. This. Oh, we forged some incredible things here, but nothing ever stood a chance to Xander's arms. To wield all three would make you a truly unstoppable force of nature. And that paired with Balmitria, well, there's a reason he managed to make himself known back when the Titans walked the earth.
Is it possible for you to restore them?
Do you be doubting my skills, lass?
Of course not.
I'm kidding. I can restore it. With the help of Sal here and all the utilities of the forge, I can get these back up to running order. So it's the axe, the shield, and did you get the breastplate?
Yeah, Opa hands it over. Opa had it, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, Opa hands him the breastplate of Mitros.
So he
Papa had the breastplate and the shield.
Oh, did she? I thought Alanta had one. Well, she hands over all the stuff she has.
yeah.
All the stuff has been handed over.
Yeah, Atlanta had the axe.
Opa had the shield and the breastplate. Yeah. So he puts down the axe for the moment and looks at the shield and like, yeah, no, it's these two need some work. They're nothing but they're almost like the replicas of the real thing. There's a lot more to these than simply an axe and a shield. They'll get these back up to running order. But this, and he picks up the breastplate. I mean, I don't know how, but compared to the other two, I couldn't even spit shine it.
Oh, well, a weird glowy light went into it.
Weird glowy light, huh?
It lit us out and then went into the breastplate.
Yeah, Xander was also wearing it in his tomb, which was unsightly.
Yeah, he didn't just hand it to us, quite literally.
He sat up and he just sat back down when he took it off. It was a weird vibe.
Went back to sleep.
It was intimate, for sure.
A light infused with the breastplate, huh? He kind of flicks it with his hand. It kind of lets out just a resonant kind of ding as he kind of puts it to his ear. Anybody that would you like to make an insight check?
Oh, yes, please.
Sure, go on.
Yeah.
Why not? And I'm going to roll for Opa as well.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Okay, well, Opa rolled a 3, so I figure that's not getting many places.
Oh, right, that's a straight roll for me, so 17.
Also 17.
Hey,
Oh, I got a 19.
17.
Oh no, 20. It's a dirty 20.
Oh.
Yay.
What are you hiding?
Oh my god, I love yous going upstairs.
Oh.
Most of you just kind of see.
It's a good technique.
Most of you are seeing just him being very interested in how the armor is still so well kept compared to the other two pieces of equipment. But Juno, you get the very real sense that you look at his face, and beneath the gruff callus and the various spectacles and the thick brushy beard, you see it's as if he's trying to hold back a flood of emotions. You can see that something is kind of choking up in him.
Right, mate? No, I don't know you for very long, but I think it's safe to say you don't assume yourself.
No, I'm just surprised to see it and to hear it of how it came to be. It's of all of these, this is the one that meant the most to me.
Why is that?
he laughs a little. Like, well, do you not know your history, young lad? You claim to be a paladin of us. It's named after my lady love.
Whoa, Dish.
Bulkin, you dog.
Much and he kind of looks at Lago. He's like, I know the two of you are definitely devout followers, but how much do you actually know about the five?
I don't care for religion.
Let's assume nothing.
I'm not even sure how I qualify as a cleric, to be honest with you.
As much as is permitted with active service.
Well, I suppose while we're all, if I'm feeling a bit mushy, I'll let you in, and I'll so everybody here has the whole story. And you see, kind of Kira just kind of giggling a little bit, just kind of like try, almost like kind of holding her hand up, and she's like, Kira, do you want to tell the story? She's like, like, Kira, I'll tell you. So, of course, we all know the five. And yes, I'm one of them. We've been over that.
Whoa. Oh, wait, no, I didn't know. Never mind.
After you lied to us.
I'll drink to that.
I don't make a thing of it. I prefer to be a bystander. Anyway.
You lied to us about the spelling of your name.
You don't look a day over 105.
Oh, thank you. But anyway, so the five, of course, are myself, Vulcan here, who is my father, Pythor, who is my elder brother, Valus, who currently Queen of Mitros, is my eldest sister, and Mitros, my mother.
Queen of your mom?
No, the city Mitros. Valus is queen. The city is named after my mother.
Okay.
We appeared in the final days of the First War to help humanity, to push back the Titans. We showed up, and we really socked it to them. And together with the Dragon Lords, we forged the Oath of Peace. But at the end of the days, when the Titans were relegated to their various realms and we were relegated to ours, my mother decided it was better off for the land as a whole to relinquish her physical form. So she simply disappeared from the earth, and joined Great Mother Thelia, and imbued the world with more magic and wonder and power.
I imagine that makes a relationship rather difficult to maintain.
We're really much of a relationships family, so it's not been too terrible difficult. I mean, so long as I'm on the islands, you could say I'm always with my mother.
Oh.
And
now you're spending a lot of time with your nephew, so that's good. I look abuse.
Auntie.
And as you can see, all the equipment are named in honor of notable historical figures, and the breastplate was named after my mother.
Oh, I do have one question. You said you guys appeared and fixed a day. What were you guys doing before? Like, were you just living like normal people?
Childhood magic is a fickle thing, in a way that is both simple and complex. Before we were summoned by the Dragon Lords, we simply weren't, and then we were.
Oh, kind of like me in Atlanta.
Not too dissimilar from the Dryads, where you erupt from the raw elements. We were summoned through the sheer belief of the Dragon Lords.
Oh, and how do you have a mom and a dad?
Well, I don't think we need a family history.
Oh, because I would love a mom and a dad, and I do not have them. Sorry if that's too personal.
I would love a great grandmother and a great grandfather, the whole deal.
I mean, in a way, I suppose the Great Mother Thelia might be your grandmother. If we were to come, I really thought about the other. And then she just kind of starts kind of humming to herself a little, and just kind of starts jotting stuff down. It's like, but you see Vulcan just kind of looks like, oh, okay, she's good to be at ours.
Surely, because you've got that on your mother's side.
It does explain my great love of the city.
Anyway, so the weapons. So
I did always think you kind of resembled the planet a little.
The very dirt itself.
Right? And he starts kind of like feeling his cheekbones.
Yeah.
So the business. So the weapons. I think the breastplate, as I mentioned, is in top standing order. There's nothing more I can do to that. That is as perfect as it's going to be. These two now, I can fix them up to you no bother. Get them back to as they were back in the days of the war. Truly mighty artifact. Obviously, it ain't going to be immediate.
And will there be a price?
Not for these. These are for gold truly bigger than all of us, it seems. No, I won't charge you for these. These are for your divine fates.
That is greatly appreciated, sir.
But to get the two of them back up to running shape, it'll be about a week.
Well, that seems fine.
Tell me, Vulcan, we do need this. And Persephone holds up the hammer.
I was just about to get to that. I do indeed need the hammer.
Okay, here you go. Zeus hands it to him
He takes it.
and then calls it back.
Oh gosh.
Oh my
You
god.
see Pythor Vulcan just looking, just kind of like, you see him kind of sighing. I was like, oh.
Wait. So how does it work?
No, do it again. Do it again.
It flashes in a thunderous boom from his hand and cracks the air, reestablishing itself in your hand.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I can only do that once a day.
In a mighty, thunderous clap, and where like the rest of you to the rest of you, this is a pretty mighty and magical thing. You see Vulcan just kind of like look at his empty hand, just like, yeah, you're his son, all right.
Sorry, I had to see if I could.
Aye.
Here you go.
Now, I suppose your daddy told you that there's no limit on that. But you go yanking that thing out of my hand when I'm working on it. It's going to take longer to make these things. Copy? All right?
I got you.
That'll be clear. But I will get to working on these as soon as I can. And I'll send you, well, for a start, for tradesies. Here's your one back. And he hands you, he kind of clicks his fingers, and the crow, your crow,
my crow,
comes back, and he holds him up in his arm like kind of a falconer and passes him off to you. Like, well, there's your lad back for if you need anything else made from me. But I'll send one of the other ones off your way as soon as I have these things made.
One more thing. There is something that I wish to see if you could make, and then I gave them the ring measurements that I took from everybody, and I'm like, something that could fit mine that I have on the side here, and then something that could, I guess, on the different digits or whatever, just be able to fit on everyone else in the group. I am looking to get components for these, and I have just sent you the message of what I'm trying to get him to make components for. If you were able to make the earlier thing, I imagine that this should be no problem.
And so you want 6 of them?
No. Just 2. One for me, and then one with, I got everyone's size to see if there's one that, it won't be a perfect fit, but one that might be able to fit, I don't know, maybe it goes just to the knuckle on some of them, or fully down to the bottom for the others, but just one that would be able to maybe at least be worn somehow by the rest of my companions. Any chance?
I could do that. Infusing lads into magical rings and a pair of them.
I have the 100. I have the 100 gold now, but anything else I'll have to give it to you when it's finished.
I could do this. I'd say it'd take me about 3 days, and about 100 gold would need to be.
100 gold for the materials, right here. Is 100 gold for the making as well?
It's 100 gold for the materials, but to infuse them with magic takes a lot more materials, and that's going to be another 100. So we're looking at 200.
Callie, how much money does Nafel have?
Nafel, you have 200 gold pieces.
Oh, I'll.
But wait a minute. The components, they just need to be a pair of rings worth 50 GPs each. Does it take? They don't need to be magical. They're the components. Like surely they would just need to have the rings be made. The rings do not need to be magical. They are just components for something that is. No.
I'm familiar with the sentiment. However, to what you are suggesting is typically a one-time use. To make this a recurring use.
I understand.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Nafel.
It takes a bit more work.
Nafel immediately tries to hand you 100 gold pieces from his stash.
Oh, holy fucking shit!
I didn't realize I had this much money. I had no idea I had this much money. I don't know how this happened. I've never had anywhere near this much money. It's
Oh my
important to me that
God.
you take this. It means I will not let you walk away from here without taking this off me.
Do you? Well, what it is there's a spell I can learn, and what if it requires
I don't need to
rings? And
know. I
oh,
don't need to know. Just take it.
As Nefel's treasurer, I do need to know.
No, we don't need to know, Callie. He's our friend.
there's
Just
You're a tough lady. That's why I hired you.
Tired accountant.
there's a spell that if I wear a ring and then someone else does, that I'm able to cast a spell that grants a special connection between us that gives them resistance to all damage, but it means I take whatever
Oh.
damage that they're taking as well. But it, I think it could be very useful in future, especially if it's one that we can toss around. It means one of us can get into a lot more danger if they need, and I can take damage. I'll be fine. But just, I thought it would be useful. Oh, actually, I
Finn,
said I had
want
the
to
100
invest in
GPs.
your-
I have what?
I want to invest in your product.
Caliantra, is this acceptable?
sure.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Nafel. I'll get you back for this somehow.
Oh, honestly,
All right.
honestly, no need. Thank you, Callie, for agreeing with me.
Seems very sensible and useful. All right, Louise, I'm marking off 100 gold pieces off Nefel's.
Yes, please do. I can't
This
believe you
is-
200. I don't know where that came from.
You handed me much more than that.
When? Where?
Like the first day.
That can't be true.
We've added some onto it after something or other, but not much.
I guess that's what happens when you don't touch your money.
Yeah.
Vulcan, then is this acceptable?
Aye, this'll do. This'll
Holy
cover the
shit.
cost. Thank you very much, lads.
Oh, actually, I said I had the whole sum. I have this. I assume that you'll buy this great axe for cost price, please.
To cover like part of the cost of this.
Yeah.
Aye, I'll take the components. I'll sell that on.
Oh, fantastic! Thank you so much, and thank you, Nafel. Oh my goodness.
Anything for you, my friend. Unless Callie doesn't approve, in which case, not anything.
Right. Well, without any further ado, I think it's. He kind of looks up and just kind of like there's a little kind of a ticking, rotating device just in one of the corners. He's like, it's not late already. Why don't you stay here for the night? Well, you can get a good start back done in the morning.
Yeah, sounds nice.
Why not?
Aye. I've got if you go back past the elevator there, I've set up a small bedroom.
Ooh.
I can. If you hang on for a couple of minutes, I can bash out a few hammocks.
Oh, that sounds great. Actually, I will
Sounds
sleep
pretty
outside.
sick.
I just remembered. I'll sleep outside.
No, Nafel, come on, slumber party. It was so fun the last night, apart from at the end.
I love slumber parties, but I hate sleeping underground.
Hey, wait, Juno, you can cast minor illusion, can't you?
Yes, I can.
You use that to make some sort of star projection up above,
Ooh, that would be beautiful.
Yes, I could.
like
But
some sort
just,
of magical lava lamp.
Going on what you just
Sal,
said,
you know about those, right?
Nefel, don't you sleep on the ground when you're outside anyway?
I sleep on the ground, not under the ground.
Oh, right.
Michelle, if you
yes.
would like, I will sleep outside with you.
Oh, that'd be nice.
I'd sleep outside with you too. Could go with a bit of
Oh,
stargazing
this is
before
you
bed.
guys don't have to, but he's very pleased that you're offering.
I suppose I could stretch my hoofs as well.
Couldn't we just,
Can we put
couldn't
the
we just
hammocks
light
outside?
a fire?
Oh, can we put the hammocks outside? Oh, by the waterfall. Ooh, that'd be nice.
And we can start a fire.
Oh, that'd be so nice. Not too close to the waterfall, though.
There's a few trees up top side. I can swing you a few.
Yeah,
hammocks
if
up
we have to
there.
go double, this is fine. You know?
I would
Oh.
prefer not to.
I
if
would
possible.
prefer to.
That's fine. Listen.
We want
And
an all
I've
dog
heard-
pilot. I'm ready.
No. It turns out that some of the old dwarves lived here were solid weavers, and a few of the rugs and carpets didn't end up becoming moth-eaten. So I can crack out a few hammocks in lickety split.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe have you seen your upstairs? You could use some of those carpets if you don't mind me saying so.
We're gonna restructure the actual architecture, and then we worry about the
Ooh.
decor.
Oh, you
It's
know
a
that
kitchen
big,
island and things, I understand.
you know
Ah.
that big giant room that's up there? Could we
Don't
leave
even-
that the same
don't-
size?
don't even worry about it. We're gonna get the whole gas stove going up there. You know, I'm thinking about doing up some of the upper rooms, maybe getting a styra.
What?
Get some Velux windows going out from the side of the mountain. Mwah. And as Vulcan just starts, like, as you have two gods standing next to you, just one just muttering poetry of the foundation of the country under her breath, and the other talking about various home improvement architectures.
It's the brother's property. We're all familiar.
So, as we rejoin the gang, Vulcan has spent a little bit of time setting up and has organized a set of hammocks between the small clusters of trees that adorn the top of the cliff face, overlooking the Archelon Falls. And by the time he really kind of gets it set up, the sun is set. The clear night sky, bristling with starlight, is on full view, and as you look out, the stars start glittering off of the slowly rafting waves, and you all lay down in the comfy cocoons of cozy hammocks, looking up at the stars and listening to the cacophony of the roaring waves of the falls. So don't forget to mark a long rest there.
I'll roll.
Please do.
Okay.
Of course, our boy has to roll.
And so night passes. You all awake.
Yay.
No terrible nightmares tonight. Hooray!
Hey.
Woohoo!
Giuseppe looks over at Jerry. Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, all good. And I'm not scared of you either. And I'm going to smoke it inside.
Great.
I'm not afraid of you neither.
So yeah, you all set up. So yeah, you're all awake. Obviously, you know, you'd cared for the mounts, you'd cared for the carriages. That was all up with you. So
but you'll feed mine too. Cheers, thank you. What a fucking asshole. Oh no, the mule, not Opa, not you. No, never. No, I will not be nicer to him.
Yeah, Opa's kindly feeding the mule. The mule just looking off in the middle distance, just munching on oats.
The mule only really cares for oats, Jerry, by the way. Not much for conversation.
Yeah, probably for the best. He's so judgmental.
He's really not. Not really anything going on in there.
Hey, listen, I never asked. I don't care. Listen, do you know me? He was on sale. Whatever he wants, I give a shit.
I can understand that. I feel like other...
Sales? Yes, they're very good.
A donkey might talk to you. Maybe you should have gotten a donkey.
Anyway...
You know it's Mule. Are you a donkey? Are you a horse? Pick a side.
Hey, do not have to choose.
Look, listen. The matter of my man's illegitimate birth are not our biggest concerns right now. So you want to head out and go to the Old Woods now?
That was the plan.
Yeah, sounds good.
So Kira kind of pops up a little bit and is like, yeah, okay, great. The Old Woods. Now, the only problem is that the Old Woods are massive, expansive, and thoroughly tangled in a mess to actually navigate. And if we remember, we were following the trail of a group of Goatlings. So if we're to follow the Goatlings to find the horn, we will have to return to Astoria and then follow the trail from there.
Or alternatively, we could go to the temple first and then see if we stumble upon the Goatlings, or get them on our way back.
Do a direct route.
The temple,
I feel
it's a possibility. The only thing is the temple it's more fabled nowadays. There's not a lot. It's more told that there is a temple in the woods, but the Old Woods are rampant and overgrown, so navigating them is difficult. And if you're trying to find a place within them, will be even more so.
Well, what's the temple dedicated to?
Oh, who else? Sidon.
Oh.
Who?
Maybe we should just burn it down while we're here. Actually, no, let's not do that.
The woods?
Yes, I agree.
No, people live there.
Well, we can
evacuate. The Old Woods are one of the like what I mentioned last night. The Old Woods are one of the repercussions from my mother infusing herself with the planets. Among several other things. The Old Woods simply sprouted and overgrew to add more nature, to add more natural magic, and ever since then, druids have been druids and rangers have been tending to them, making sure nobody desecrates them, making sure nobody tries to tear them down. But again, they're wild and unkempt. A lot of people even consider that they could be alive. So as I said, the records have told that there was a temple in that area to side on. A location is difficult to muster.
I agree with Kira. We should go back towards Astoria and follow them from there.
That makes sense.
Okay, away we came. Bless you again.
So you make the trek once again. Obviously, it's all very it's all well known. There's no sense of adventure here. You're taking the highway. You pass the exact same trails. Maybe kind of just beelining slightly around the battle site from yesterday. That's still as untouched. It's like, as mentioned before, it's not a very well trodden area typically. But on the whole, it is an entirely uneventful journey. And the fact that you would have gotten up very early in the morning, you would have gone. It sounds as if you got ready and left as soon as possible. So you make it back to Astoria very swiftly. Passing, of course, once again through Woodhike.
Blow a kiss.
Thickbug just kind of through the tree line, kind of spots you and just waves. You see him
How's
carrying.
that?
You see him carrying a few just kind of like logs, and you just kind of see him like he looks at you and waves, just like house.
Yes!
3 thumbs up
2 tomes and a leg.
and a big toe.
Yeah.
Oh
What a
shit, my
nice young
socks!
man.
I'm gonna just check Nefel, see if he's lost anything.
Ooh, you know what, Callie? I'm not even gonna ask you to roll because again, Nefel's not wearing any socks.
Oh, Nefel,
I guess
we've already left.
the fella kind of looks over himself and like, well, I guess this is my lucky belt now. It's I'm gonna
We-
start over again.
You've already don't
We
like
can-
not obviously to say you got your sandals, so don't worry about that too much. It's just the socks.
I found it was a crime that I was wearing them.
Well, Nefel, we'll
yeah,
find them when we go back to pick up stuff from Vulcan. How about that?
That sounds really good. They were gross and old, but they were the oldest thing I owned. So
Well-
And it's not like it.
Wouldn't you wash them?
what? I sometimes get into water with my socks on. Yes.
You know, maybe we'll just buy you some new ones.
Whoa, you can do that. Crazy concept.
Callie furiously
Callie, there's some-
scribbles
there's
at Nefel's budget.
Hey, Kelly, there's some wine in the back. It sounds like you need it.
And with all of this, you swiftly then come back and, about 1 or 2 in the afternoon, and Astoria, once again, full swing, big band, congas in and out of the main gate.
I go to join a conga line.
Ah.
No, listen, we can't right now. We really
Oh,
can't.
please,
Oh.
just a quick one.
Right,
No,
sorry.
listen.
The jump
No,
calls
you
to
get
me.
back here. No, you get back here. I'm gonna grab your shoulder. No, it's not
I'm just
happening.
gonna grab Nefel's shoulder.
Can Nefel call out to the conga line? Hey, conga this way! It's really cool over where we're going. Come with us. Oh my god.
Persephone's going to start congoing in the direction of the tracks that lead out into the woods.
Yeah, Nefel's gonna start stomping to the beat in the cart.
Yeah, I've got my tambourine out.
That's fine. We can make it a jam sesh here, but we really can't party right now. Listen, I don't want to be the one saying this, but it is just a misfortune of life that we will have to deal with right now.
But partying is
fine.
how I do anything.
Do the conga look like they're following us now?
Give me
Shoo, get
me-
away
hit
from
me.
here.
Nefel, hit me with a persuasion check.
Can Callie be helping me?
Yeah,
Can I
absolutely.
contest that
can
with an
help.
intimidation check?
That's exactly what I was about to ask.
Oh my god, okay, hold on. Okay. Let's roll it again in case.
Nat 20, baby!
Fuck.
Everybody out!
Nice.
I got a 24,
Plus
but I think
5. Not 20 plus 5. That's a 25. Out of here.
Damn!
You should have let me do the persuasion check.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, no, like the conga is like, look, take a look at the fella. It's like, oh, hey, this dude looks like he can party, and then just like one look at like Jury's bloodshot eyes. and they pull like a sharp U-turn.
I take out like the fishing rod and start shaking it like a rolling pin. No, you kids get out of here. No, you go back to your own house. You get out of here.
Fel turns around
Oh,
and
I've
says,
become
Jury,
everything I ever hated.
Hey,
Jury,
buddy,
you
you
know
got
I
out.
love you. Jury, you know I love you. Not cool, man. Not cool.
We can't. We can't just Pied Piper like lead these drunk people into the old woods, into these alive woods. Like
They
what
wouldn't
do you do?
leave the city with us.
I don't see
We
why
could go to the
not.
temple.
We're
One of
going
the-
into the woods. Why can't they go into the woods?
Because they're not sober. That conga line went all the way to Woodhike to deliver a letter to Thickbug. They will go fucking wherever the music takes them, which includes right into danger. Do you not remember when we were on that Harvey cliff? Listen, the music was bopping. Listen, the beats were dropping. It was fantastic. But we were
You'd
about to die.
Take that
We
back. That was not very good music.
In
Listen, it
fairness,
slapped,
if they
in
were
my
to
opinion.
die, you
It
couldn't
did
dance
not.
with them in future.
I guess you guys are right, and I don't want to kill all those people. And he sits down off.
Aw.
Oh,
So you then kind of you turn around where it would have been like a kind of a Y intersection from one way going down to Woodhike, the other then leading back on the main track, which would have been the road leading back to the Temple of the Oracle, back the way you came from the first. The first is the road you now take, following the tracks that Opa and Atalanta had found initially, now a number of days ago. And as you follow the trail out slightly, you can still hear the noise of the city in the background, but you're out in a much kind of quieter part of the highway. Who would like to do investigation checks?
Stephanie would like to investigate.
I'll do one.
Where did I put that?
It's cute.
That's a 9.
All right, I'm doing one. Don't fail me now, Kelly. Now 20.
Oh my god! You just have to say it and it happens for you.
Persephone, you decide to kind of take charge. Being one of the few people,
Don't worry, I got this.
you're looking around, and like it's a very well trodden highway. Like it's the main thoroughfare that leads from the eastern side of the continent into Astoria.
Someone has been here.
And
Please.
aside, so there's plenty of wagon tracks and hoof prints and footprints, and all of them kind of lead in and out of the city. And there's been a lot of movement and traction, and obviously now with the celebrations, there's been a lot more merchants making their way, and a lot of people kind of making their way out. So it's been a very busy track. So you really like you definitely see wine stains, but it doesn't, like, some look fresh, some look stale. It's really hard to make out. Callie, you see among it all, like you see that same thing. You see all these tracks, you see all these stains, you see all these treads. You spot wine stains, and the thing is the wine that these Goatlings are drinking was specifically incredibly potent, to the point where it's almost frankly poisonous. And there is a reason that these stains have managed to actually stick around for what is the better part of a week since you originally found this trail. So this trail is still very fresh, as it leads currently just off the side of the road, following along the thoroughfare for a short while.
And Stephanie, you're going entirely the wrong way. It's this wine trail. Don't you know your wine?
I thought I did, but well, I'll trust you. I'm completely stumped.
You have to know the life of the party.
Callie is the party.
Kelly is the party.
Eternal.
So if you're following the trail, you
Yes, Callie, you say that way? Good.
Yep. So you continue. As I said, it kind of follows the highway. So they obviously just made a dash and followed the road as soon as they broke out of the city. And it follows on for a few short meters until very quickly it sharp right turns into the forest. At the moment, the forest lining the side of the road is very light. It's very, very sparse, not quite overgrown. So you can duck straight into it without any hassle. Following the trail, again, you're finding, now that you're off a kind of a thoroughfare and you're in the middle of a forest, the track of the actual satyrs becomes a lot more distinct. You find a lot of broken twigs. You find the smaller hoof prints that would indicate, and of course, obviously, the wine. And as you move deeper into the forest, you get the kind of the oaky smells of a woodland texture. But you also do, now that you're kind of away from a main populated thoroughfare, you a lot of you, most of you, frankly, do start, especially Jury, actually, do start picking up on the sense of an incredibly potent alcohol, as it was just haphazardly splashed, frankly, all over the place. As you
It was like
can
the fucking games back here. Oof.
as you can picture this pack of goatlings just jumping and bounding, you like, as you kind of look around, and Callie, obviously with the nat 20, you can see how you can see scratch marks and indentations up a couple of meters of the tree where they obviously try to leap and jump off the trees at each other.
What a party.
And
They were there to have a party in the woods.
Perhaps they conga lined.
Damn it.
and you follow on, and where for quite a while the as I said, the forest was sparse and easy to access. As you get deeper in, things start to darken. Things start to darken around you, with barely any light making its way through the canopy. You hear birds and beasts clamoring behind every bush, and eventually the path you were following seems to disappear into the underbrush. You emerge into a dimly lit clearing surrounded on all sides by oak trees. The forest suddenly grows quiet. Ahead of you, you can hear something crashing through the bush, and a young boy bursts into the clearing, breathing hard. Skinny, lean, hairless, the archetypical twink. Tears streak down his dirt-caked face. He looks up, stunned to see you. Oh my god, are you real? Are you really there? Please, oh my god, please. He goes in to kind of touch whoever is in front. He goes in to touch the mule.
Yeah, you can touch the mule. I don't give a shit. Yeah, we're real. The mule is real. What the fuck happened?
Oh my god, please help. But before
Is
he
that a
can,
boy?
before he can elaborate more, you hear more thunderous noises and more crashing sounds coming from the forest as 6 hideous creatures emerge into the clearing. They're 6 goat-headed creatures with cloven hooves. One of them laughs harshly. Give us the sweetling. We've had dinner, but he'll make a fine dessert. Everybody roll initiative.
I feel like on tracks.
Oh dear. I'm sorry, did you say it was a kid or a twink?
Twink.
A twink. Okay, so
Okay.
an adult.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, coming into my territory, eh?
This is not going well for me.
Okay, I'll use this one for Opa.
Oh wow, we're doing so badly recently. I don't know what's going on.
Oh, David.
For the record, my bad. I said 6, I meant 8.
Great.
Oh.
8 what?
Fantastic!
Let me just fix
Wow.
my
8 what?
notes.
8 who?
8 people. 8 goatlings. 8
Who's been
mini
eaten?
pot pies.
8 enemies.
Oh.
Oh, guys.
Oh, Dave, you don't even get to go for this round.
Oh my god.
Eric, do you want to roll for Stella, or will I leave Stella out?
Oh god.
Beautiful.
Will I just
always be chilling.
leave
No,
out
I'll-
Stella?
I'll roll for Stella now. I'll use my mule dice for Stella.
Wow. Stella deserves better than that.
Burn.
Oh yeah, she didn't like that. Does Stella get any? Oh no, I have her sheet here. Oh no.
Hell yeah, Stella. Come sit in the back with me.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. Okay, well I know what.
Becca, what's yours?
5.
5? Okay.
I rolled real high.
We're doing really well.
Guys, am I going first? Guys.
Yeah, come on.
Please do. I
Gabby.
need to figure out
Okay.
Opa's turn.
Okay.
Where's the initiative thing?
I'm working on it now. I'll throw it in the chat in a sec.
There are 8 of them. Mhm. Okay.
5.
1 for each of us. No, wait, there are 7 of us. 1 for each
Oh,
of
the
us.
Twinks on our side. We're matchy. Plus.
Oh, I assume Twink is just going
Atlanta
to...
shoulder. I feel like I need to say that.
Oh, Bubba's here.
You know, Bubbo and Stella count as 1 together, so there we go, we're matchy-matchy.
Hell yeah.
The stats for Bubba. Damn
Kev, do you have a spare pencil if I come in there?
Yes. Actually, I do.
You? I can point over here. I'll come to you. You probably have it to hand. This might even be my one.
Okay, there's the initiative.
And Healthy.
Not for
Oh,
long.
actually,
Oh,
I
mamma
have to
mia.
just fix everyone's health for the long rest.
Mamma mia, that's a lot of goatlings.
Will we just say for the minute that Giuseppe is just freaking out over goat people?
In the on the
Yes.
cockpit.
He's having an existential crisis.
He's like he's just a worried horse.
They have goat heads. Is there an equivalent with a horse head?
That ain't right.
Are they? Do they have weapons that are visible, or are they just hanging out?
A couple of them have something in their hands. You can't quite make it out of the glance.
Okay.
But I am ready to go. So as this pack of ravenous goat-headed creatures lunge out and pounce out from the underbrush, the first one that is going to go.
Oh my god, they rolled so high.
Oh,
Is-
god damn.
The first one is going to look at Nefel and shouts in this ugly voice. It's like, "Get out of here, you pathetic starveling!" Make a wisdom saving throw.
Ah, okay, hold on. Come on, baby. Okay.
Ain't no starveling.
13.
13, you're good.
Ha!
Another one is going to look at Jury and say, "You are plague sore on the ass of a pig." Make a wisdom saving throw.
He was in what? Natty 20, baby.
Oh, yeah.
All
I would like to
kid.
read a verse of my poem.
Yeah. Got it.
Oh, can I just respond by just giving the middle finger with both hands? What about it?
Got it.
What is
Um,
that? That's humorous.
third
Did you
one.
take?
Not
Third
here.
one.
It's
going to look
just correct.
Third one is going to look at Callie and simply just start shouting jeeringly, repeatedly, just, "Bald legs, bald legs, bald legs."
Oh, that's rude.
Make a
Wow.
wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god. So I'm not gonna go as fuck. That's a nat 1.
No!
Caliandra.
I would like to read a verse of my poem.
Yes, you can after the combat, because right now you fly into a rage until the end of your next turn.
Oh,
You-
that seems fine. That's
Uh,
normal.
You have disadvantage on all of your attacks, and all attacks on you have advantage. However, if you hit the goatling that has insulted you, it is considered a critical hit.
Well, I know what I'm doing then. That was Goatling 3.
Yeah, I'm going to just mark that so I know that one. Cool. And the other two are simply going to take what's in their hand. Is are slings with rocks in them, and are going to yuck rocks at Nefel and Atalanta. So Nefel is a 23 and Atalanta's a 19. Both of them are hits, correct?
Yeah.
I'm a 16 AC, so yeah.
Both
I'm
of them
a
are hits.
13. Rude.
I was back up at 36. Kev, just on the
Yeah, you
improved
should.
initiative, it says 32.
Oh, I'll fix that now.
I just want that noted before you take off the
Yeah,
damage.
yeah.
That's fair. So Nefel, that is 5 damage. Atalanta, that is 7.
Rude.
So that is the two of them. So that is Callie.
Okay, where are they standing, and what counts as a hit?
Kind of just all. Frankly, at this point, they've kind of just circled you.
Okay, so they're not, grouped together?
Not terribly, no.
Okay, would there be any...
But obviously, the one that would have taunted you, I'd say they're kind of circling you. But each of them would be about 10 feet away from you. And obviously, the one that had taunted you is in front of you.
Oh, I've had a terrible thought.
Do it.
No,
Whatever it is, do it.
no, you won't. They're all 10 feet from me, you say?
Oh, yes.
Well,
yes,
no,
yes.
as in, okay, for clarification, but I mean is they'd be 10 feet away, as you guys would be in a circle, that one would be about 10 feet out from each of you.
Right, okay, so there's one,
So definitely they're all not within 10 feet of you.
Okay.
But there is, I'd say, 2 within 10 feet. As in, standing in front of you, it'd be 10 feet out, and then they kind of circle you at that distance.
So, okay. I'm gonna just hold on the terrible thought, not do it, because distance doesn't work out, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers on Goatling 3.
It makes a spell save.
Hold on, let me just double check which one it is for you. I forgot to open up my spells. I'm pretty sure it's a wisdom save. Yes, wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw is a 6. Oh, hang
That's
on.
I will hold.
Sorry, pardon me. That is actually a 15.
Okay, well, that makes it. But he takes half damage, so, and he doesn't have to move away from me. So I will roll up my dice. Okay, that's 2 6s. 12 plus 5 is 17, halved to 9.
9 damage. You see ahead of you, its eyes just pop out of its skull and blood drips out of its ears. It collapses to the ground.
Woohoo.
Okay. How much damage was it? 9?
9, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Goatling 1 saw that and is going to go for you, Callie. And it's going to jump and leap up on you. For a 22 to hit.
Oh, that hits.
So that is 7 damage. And
Oof,
you
oof,
are
oof.
grappled.
Okay.
And while you are grappled, you have disadvantage on all attack, saving throws, and ability checks.
Cool. There's a lot going on with me right now. Oh shit, no, it's fine.
And that rage is still active, by the way.
Yeah.
Opa.
Okay, so what Opa is going to do is Opa is going to look at Goatling number 2 down there, and then say, it's an awful lot of fire in you. I think you could use some spark. And she is going to cast Jolt on Goatling number 2, and so that's make a ranged spell attack, which is pardon me, let me just check. The wizard is plus her int, correct? Sorry, it's been a while since I've been a wizard.
Yeah. Wizards are intelligence based.
Fantastic. So that is I'll use my pink one for Opa. That's a 13 plus 4, 17 to hit.
17 absolutely hits.
Oh, lovely. Then what Opa's going to do is she creates like what starts off as like a little sort of fizzy, sparkly little sparkler thing, and then fizzes into 6 lightning damage for Goatling number 2.
6 lightning damage. As Opa blasts this Goatling with just a flash of lightning, you get like you see it hit contact. You get like a full kind of X-ray split second of this Goatling as its smoking corpse bang hits the ground.
Nice.
Juno.
Okay. Wait, does nothing say anything to me then? No.
It's your turn.
You feel
I
like
know what this means.
Pardon me,
have
Kev,
not
I am
targeted
not
you.
on this initiative order.
What?
You're below
No,
Kira.
you're at the bottom there.
Yeah.
You're sharing initiative with Kira.
Oh, okay. It's that I just have a blank line where we're under Kira for
Oh.
me.
Oh,
Oh.
weird. No, we can see you.
No, I know where I am. That's fine. Keep going.
Okay. I would like to then. God, such a selection. Can I shoot an arrow at Goatling number 1, please?
Goatling 1. Yeah. Shoot an arrow.
Yeah, please do. It's the one that's on me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a 10 plus 2, so that's 12.
12 misses. You
Damn
reel
it.
up, shoot, bang. You're just worried you might hit Callie and just veer off to the right a little bit.
Oh well.
So
I appreciate the
2
attempt.
2 is dead, so that is 7. 7 is going to try and launch a rock at Persephone. And whiffs big time. Just flank rock. Kira is simply going to cast Song of Heroism, and that's that. So that is Jury.
I'm going to just sort of look at Kira for a second and just be like, would you give me your blessing once more?
Of course.
Fantastic. So I'm going to cast, just let out some cutesy little like pink heart-shaped little fireworks and bless Buse, Juno, and Opa. So concentration up to a minute. All of you can add 1d4 to your attack roll or saving throw.
Oh.
Hashtag blessed.
Do you say
Hashtag blessed.
can add 4, or is it?
1d4.
1d4, sorry, okay.
Great. That is Stella.
What's this weasel
Stella
doing?
is going to run over to Caliandra and is going to sort of like comfortably and appreciatively wiggle around her to give her the help action for her next action.
Thank
Callie. Cool. So Callie got that weasel help. So that is Atalanta.
So Atalanta is going to she's going to let out a roar. This is her Amazonian battle cry.
Hell yeah.
And this is a bonus action. So she is going to take her great axe and she is going to attack Goatling number 8.
Goatling 8. Yeah, cool. Go for it.
So that is a 13 to hit.
13 hits.
Hey.
Oh, nice.
And then my d12. And that is 8 damage.
8 damage as you go. What did you say you attack? Great axe?
I'm using my great. Oh yeah, sorry, no, that is 8 plus 2, so that is 10.
10 damage.
10 damage, and she's going straight for the neck.
You cleave right through, separating that goat head from that humanoid body. Just gone. That is Nefel.
I'd like to run up to Caliandra and cast Cure Wounds.
Thank you.
So it's 1d8 plus my spellcasting. So that is a 8 HP for you.
Oh, I'm back up to max.
And then I will bonus action cast Sanctuary onto the twink that was asking for help.
Oh,
Little Twinkie.
Yeah, little Twinkie.
Cool and great. Awesome. Grant. So Persephone rolled a nat 1, and so did the twink. So that is going to roll right back up to Goatling number 5, who is going to go up and try and bite Nefel.
Rude.
For 19.
Yeah.
So gets you, scratches him with a tooth for 4 damage. And you are now, and now he is on you, scratching and scraping you, has you grappled, and you have disadvantage on attacks, ability checks, and saving throws.
This is very mean.
Yeah.
Goatling 4 is going to shout at you, Nefel, and make a wisdom saving throw.
God, okay.
Oh, that's something
Jeez.
else.
Picking on me.
You fish-faced assassin of joy!
Wow.
Fish face is
Hey.
What?
That doesn't even describe me. Hold
This
on.
feels racist.
hey, don't be
Well-
fucking rude. Yeah.
Does 12 make it?
12, you're fine.
Ha! I rolled really badly, but I'm pretty good at wisdom saving throws.
Noise.
Okay, end of its turn. So Callie, you're no longer raging.
Oh, but I am
You're
You're
grabbed.
going vivid now.
As Goatling 6 is going to try and throw a rock at Opa.
And
For
I'm
a
writing
nat
my
Try.
Not 20.
Damn.
Wait.
Ah.
Pardon me. Let me just check something really quick. There's a reaction. Yes. No, that will do it.
I
Sure.
it would.
Not 20.
No, I was looking at the shield spell, but yes.
For 7 damage.
Ow.
But with Goatling 8 dead, that is now back to Callie.
Which one is grappling me again? 1, right?
Yes.
Remember, the weasel is helping you.
The weasel is helping me. This is true. What does the grapple do again? I have disadvantage on.
check
So it's so the effects of grapple is your speed is 0. So your speed is 0 and you can't move. And because it's distracting you, you have disadvantage on attack rolls, saving throws, and ability checks.
Okay.
But if you want to make a strength save to escape,
No, I'm just gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on him.
that's a saving throw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can
13.
really whisper right into his ear this time.
13 is a fail. That's full damage, and he has to move away from me.
Okay, roll that damage.
Rolling the damage. Okay, that's cocked. Okay, that's 6 plus 4 is 10. 16.
16. Like with the other one you cast Dissonant Whispers on, its eyes explode in a burst of gel all over you as it's kind of grappling off you, as its limp body falls off you to the ground dead.
Disgusting. And then I'm going to inspire Nefel.
Thank you.
Nefail.
I blow him a kiss.
Oh, I blow one back.
As grapples, just like, yeah.
And I grant him epic courage while I'm at it.
Okay, hang on. And I'll mark Epic Courage. Cool. Okay, Goatling 1 is dead. That is back to Opa.
Opa is going to use her most powerful cantrip, her gains. Opa's going to take a look down at Goatling 5 up there, and she's going to draw her quarterstaff, and she is also Bleassed. She's very Bleassed, so I'm just going to grab my D4 for that.
Hashtag Bleassed.
Bleassed. Oh, that is a 16 plus 3 from the Bleass, and then plus 5. So does a whatever that number is,
Yes.
does a 24 hit?
Whatever that number is, that hits.
And then that is a D8 plus 3. Well, that will be an 8 bludgeoning damage, dear.
Oh, lovely.
8 as Opa glides over and whips out the quarterstaff and just swings and bats into the back as you feel its entire spine give way under the weight of this blow, as its body folds backwards in half.
Oh my god.
As it collapses over dead.
Wow.
Jesus.
You know, this reminds me of origami.
Oh my god. Oh, but you're crazy.
I've been getting into it in my old age.
Opa's having a weird day.
Honey, I'm so sorry.
Juno, that's your turn.
I would
Which
like
one-
to
what number was
try
that?
my arrow again, but this time at Goatling 4.
It was 5.
Please.
Goatling 4, got it.
Thank you. That's a 7.
Did you use hashtag
add your
Bliss?
Bleass.
Oh, right, yeah, I
Hashtag
forgot about that.
Bliss.
Yeah, add your Bleass.
So, yeah.
And so the
roll a
parents
D4.
are still on.
Roll
Oh,
D4,
yeah.
yeah. Roll, there we go. Rolling. That's a 1.
Song of Heroism, roll again.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. For the D4, right?
I go
Uh,
for
no,
the
for
bigger
the-
dice.
For the nat 20.
Oh, no, okay,
The bigger
no,
dice.
that's what I was
For the
asking.
D20.
That's a 19, bitch. So that's plus 2. So that's a 21.
21 absolutely
Oh,
smashes.
plus your
it.
Bleass.
Bless you, jury.
Hashtag
So 20.
Bliss.
22 with the bless hits, absolutely.
I'm not
21,
pronouncing
21.
it any other way now.
Bliss.
Connor has to pronounce it that way too.
Oh, they have to.
They have to.
So roll me that damage.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, God, sorry. I got swept at the moment. Sorry.
The
Damn it, that's
Bliss.
still a 1. Okay, so there'll be a 2 then, I guess.
Yeah.
What are you attacking with?
That was a bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow. As you... Oh, yeah, you did say that. As you lunge, swing, shoot. It catches in the leg, but this one is still up.
Fuck's sake, give me a break.
It's okay, we'll finish it.
Will I, though?
As Goatling 7 is going to look at Jury, as this one kind of like leaps out in front of you, Jury, and just looks at you like, your face inspires me to vomit! Make a wisdom saving throw.
This was your mom.
Like,
first thing in the
roll a
morning.
high whammy or a low whammy, please.
15. I've been leaf -1. Oh, 15. 15, baby.
15's good. 15's good.
Damn.
Kira's just going to pop heroism again, so that is you, Jury.
Opa, listen, you've been so supremely cool today. I don't know what it is. Your vibes are just impeccable. So I'm going to try and hit with my stick thing, which is my pipe. I am going to try and hit with that one. Goatling number. You know what? 7. I'm going to take a step back and try and get you with this. Ooh, fuck. 14 plus 5. 19 beans.
19 to hit. 19 absolutely hits.
Oh, okay. So he's like pinning to a corkboard, I imagine. So I get the pike and I sort of boop, and for a 9 plus 3 strength, so a 12 sort of poke in and out. So it's like the toothpick at the top of a
It's
sandwich, but it is a
like-
person.
It's as if its torso is made of paper mache. As you jam it in and wheel it out, just a gaping hole of blood and viscera is now in the middle of this goatling.
This is disgusting, but this is a lot like paper mache, and I'm very familiar with it. It's like that. It's just soggy.
As it just dies there and then. Stella.
Ugh. Stella is going to, seeing that Caliandro is probably super chill, Stella is going to wiggle down and give Atalanta the help action, and also do some like tiny weasel hand gestures to say like the haircut.
Thank you. All right. Okay. Well, I presume it hasn't been longer than a minute.
No.
No. Like a round is 6 seconds.
Cool. So I'm gonna take my great axe again, and because I get advantage on this, and with that is that's 14 to hit.
Wait.
Numero 6.
14 hits.
Dope. Then I'm gonna take my battle axe. I'm gonna come across the head for 14 damage.
Just
He is being
Mamma mia.
decapitated.
Just checking. Did you roll with advantage for the attack for weasel help?
Yeah, well, I rolled with advantage because I have
Good.
the Amazonian battle cry anyway. So
Okay.
Oh.
I just gotta
Yeah.
check. I'm invested in people using their advantage.
That's the Odyssean Ranger is essentially just a barbarian, and I love it very much.
It's beautiful.
Nice.
So good.
Awesome. So that so you run over and like a woman demented just cleave the head straight off this goatling.
Beautiful.
That was number 6, yeah?
Yep. Don't worry, Finn. I left number 4 for you.
Thank you.
That is Nefel. You are still grappled. Wait,
By
4?
yeah,
on.
by 4.
4, yeah.
Juno, I love you. Would it be okay if I attack the guy that's grappling me?
Do
a
it.
little
Just
bit.
do
You
it.
know what? For you, Nefel, you go ahead.
Thank you. You're such a good friend. Okay, I will. I saw a spell attack. Will it still be disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. Can I use Song of Heroism on disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. Does a 25 hit?
Oh dang!
Nice.
Yes, the 25 hits.
Interesting. I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast onto this fellow, which is a fun little cantrip that I got with Spell Sniper. So I'm going to roll these beans for 4 force damage.
4 as you got this goat, the last goatling finally just kind of scrambling and snarling and shouting insults at you as you reach your hand up and just let out this electric blast of force straight under its neck, as you feel it kind of like gasp and wheeze for a moment and then collapse off of you dead.
Nice teamwork, Juno.
Yeah, nice one, mate.
So I
Yeah.
presume Buse has just been hanging out like freaked out the whole time.
There's
They-
one left.
Man, I gotta say, these 8 screaming drunk goat people really got the drop on Deuce.
He's just been whinnying like a horse the whole time.
Are they smaller than Buse? Because he's not
Oh,
good
yeah.
at small things.
Oh yeah, no, they're like they'd be shorter than Juno.
Yeah.
Solidly around, not quite like halfling sized, but like solidly around kind of 4 and a third, like 4 3.
Babies.
As we end combat, now all dead.
Did they all die?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Look at that.
And yeah, so you are left now. So you cast Sanctuary on him, but like this young man, as you gotta take a look at him, he's just covered in dirt and grime, and now a little bit of blood and kind of just various other bits and juices from the fight. And He's completely shirtless, wearing just kind of very fine linen pants, but he is just quavering and shaking.
Have a blanket in the cart we can give him.
Hey, nice pants.
Is this-
Thank you. What? Jeez. He kind of
Okay.
kind of touches like some of the blood. I was like, it's real. 5 above. That's some.
Here, stay still for just a moment, and I'm going to sort of like put my hand on him and cast Lay on Hands to see if maybe he's like poisoned or something, to see if that'll do anything.
No, he's at full. He is at full capacity, and he's not poisoned. He just like as you kind of take a look at him, he's just in shock. He's just in shock, and he's afraid.
You just keep patting his shoulder. Hey, sorry, I thought that would do something.
I take out from my bag vestments, like a priest robe.
Wow.
I don't even know how to stand here, and I put that over him.
Yeah, he's happy. He takes it gratefully, and he's just like, thank you. It's this is nice and warm. Oh, thank you. You've got to help, please. I don't know why you're here, but it's dangerous in here. But you've got to help, please. You seem nice and strong. Please, you've got to help my friends.
God, have you not heard of us?
We're kind of here to help, is our whole thing.
Do you know where the temple is?
Yes.
Lead
I
us
just
there
came from there.
now, please.
Oh, that'd be great.
Yes,
yeah.
we could use you as a guide. What were you doing in the old woods?
Me and my friends, we were lured out. We were lured out of the temple by this stunningly beautiful woman, and she promised so much. She promised wealth, and she promised beauty, and she promised fame, and she promised eternal youth. And we followed her, and
I'd follow that too.
Inside
It was a
check.
trick.
Inside
Yes.
check.
I believe this man.
I do
on
not
the
believe
boy.
this kid.
Yeah. Roll hit me with that insight.
I can't see why. Wouldn't you follow that?
That's a 16.
Nice.
16. Yeah, you're getting the vibe that he's telling the truth. Shook, but he ain't lying.
Okay. He's just dumb. Cool.
Unwise.
He is not smart.
We were brought to the temple, and they started brainwashing us. They started feeding us drugs and playing with our mind.
It's kind of late, to be honest.
I only got out because there was a satyr in there who helped me escape. But yes, we'll go back immediately. We've got to go and save the rest of them. They're all in danger.
There was a satyr, did you say?
Yes.
I turn to Juno. Anyone you might know?
Okay, Callie, we're going to have a conversation. This is the second time you've done this. This is not cool.
She is not a wise woman.
No, I can't say I know every satyr in this world, but definitely can't say I know this rings any bells, Caliandra.
Fair enough.
But I appreciate being involved in this conversation.
No, we have to hurry. We have to hurry, otherwise I don't know what she's planning, but Demetria will ruin them. I don't know what her plan is, but it's not good.
Demetria.
Demetria.
Isn't that who you need to speak to?
Demetria.
Oh, and he looks like he takes out a very scribbled, torn up note. He's like, yeah, she's gonna help us. He will follow you and definitely help stop her. The fella's
This is
like,
an interesting situation.
Yeah.
Off we go.
Excuse me, young man. Could you provide us with your name, please?
I'm Coroner.
Conan, it's a pleasure.
Could you spell that for my notes?
Corinna.
You wouldn't have happened to seen any large horn while you were out there, would you?
Big
horn.
Yes. Demetria has it in her hall. It sits on the table. It sits on the main table. It's in the temple.
Perfect.
You've got to be terribly careful. The Demetria, she has this way with words. She'll get into your brain. She'll be able to take control of you.
Fear not, I also have a way with words and getting into people's heads.
Yes, exactly. It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
do you think like she'd be cool to like maybe? Does she seem like she has some like her that wants to maybe help a cool guy like?
But you're coming on the word of her sister though, so she's got to be cool about it.
She's got to be cool.
I don't know what her intentions were, but I know they're not good.
Maybe not with you, okay?
They-
Listen, small fry. Listen up, mince
Maybe
words.
she's just misunderstood.
They've been drugging us. They've been controlling us, and they've been tormenting us. Those monsters, the ones that just attack. They're all over that place, and they love tormenting you. They will chase you and they will berate you and they will attack you. It's a nightmare.
So was there physical assault involved also?
Yes, they throw us and punch us and slash us.
Yeah, that's going to be pretty hard for me to overlook, but we'll see what we can do.
But yes, we must go. We got to save them. Yes, come. I'll show you the way.
So how did
Well,
you
hang on.
escape?
If only you had some oxen to bribe her with.
Oh my god.
Yes,
I wish we had.
Yeah.
The satyr I mentioned. His name is Laureus. He's not part of them. He lives in there, and he managed to find a way. He managed to get me out. He managed to get me alone. Get me sobered up, and he showed me the way out.
Do you think if there's a way that we pretend to be entranced, we might fare better? From your experience, what advice do you have for those attempting to is stealthing in an option?
I see his kind of like he's thinking. He's like I don't know. Things are hazy. My memory's foggy. I don't know how long I've been in here.
Do you think she'd be interested in maybe all this? And he gestures to himself. I have to ask her for some favors. Maybe I can give her some favors. To work out some kind of deal.
She will take you and she will use you until you're entirely dried up.
Oh, that sounds good. Yeah,
Hey, Nefel, I think you've got an in.
Yeah. Okay. Great. Okay. Let's go. I've done that before.
What?
What?
But Nefel, you good boy.
I'm a very good boy.
Oh my! Man, I hate to
Learning
interrupt.
so much today.
Lisa, excuse me, Karna, I must ask you this one question. I'm going to need you to be honest. When they talk about eating you, are they looking to cannibalize you, or is that some innuendo?
No, I know.
I'm just saying, because if they just want to fuck you, you can probably just keep walking out here with us and being our guide and sitting up front. If they intend you a lot of physical harm, I'm going to need to ask you to get into the fucking cart, hide under the pile of coats and bags of salt while we make our way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll show you the way, and I'll stay in the cart. I don't know what their plan is. I know they drug us and they torment us, but I don't know. Some of the people are brought into the hall and we don't see them again. I don't know what happens. They were prepping me and they never got that far.
Some of the people. How many people are in there?
Yes.
Last
Just a rough
time,
estimate.
maybe a dozen.
Jesus, that's a lot.
Oof. But it's
All right.
drinking, and if a lot of them, some of them have to be drinking or something, it must be fine. But let me ask you one more question, and I will promise you now that we will do our best to keep you safe. However, do you think we could, if we tell you that we will intend to rescue you afterwards, could you be persuaded to be used as bait or a bargaining chip if they want you so badly? Listen, we will come back for you.
Just want any person. They'd probably be happy with us.
Yes, but we'll take a lot more to drug up than fucking this kid over here.
You've got
You know
a lot
what I'm
more
saying?
meat on you, though.
The fellow's taking off.
You'd be much better for eating.
More alluring presence.
Oh Jesus!
Jury.
Yes,
Make me a persuasion check with disadvantage.
that's fair. Okay, I'm gonna use these two. 16, 13. Okay, my lower one is 13. That's pretty good actually. 13 plus persuasion. 16.
I don't know. No, Corna. You see him kind of like he centers himself in Corna. You got to be strong. You got to be brave. You've got to get in there. You've got to help them. You've got to help everyone. You're going to it. Yes, I'll be bait. Yes.
Fantastic.
Okay.
Okay,
I like to see it in a man.
You see him just shaking at his. You see him shaking at his core, but like he's got eyes of fire. Just yes. I'll lure them out. Yes.
If she's into
I have an.
surely
Okay,
get to
then
enough.
you, since you're going guide, you sit up front with me. Atlanta, maybe you want to give this kid. How good are you at throwing, Karina?
Throwing Twinks or
No, I'm asking if he's good at throwing things, you maybe get the net, give it to him, and he can maybe do it from. He can maybe throw that from the back before going and hiding back in the cart.
I could.
How's
I-
your dexterity?
I ranked about third in the last story and throwball competition.
That's
can.
pretty good. That's pretty good. Atlanta, would you mind giving this child a net?
yeah, she's gonna
I
give him
can.
a
I
net.
can suck a mean left ball.
Right.
Can't we all? Okay, but
What? Oh my god.
Wow.
is there anything that you've used to stay yourself and keep yourself from being charmed or enchanted? Is this something visual or psychological, or is it through the ears? You know, I'm wondering if we.
Oh, if we put some earplugs in.
That's what
No,
I'm
it's-
thinking.
It's
If I
drugs.
put on sunglasses, will it help?
I have a spell, Calm Emotions. It lasts for up to a minute. 18 minutes in a 20-foot radius. Set
Here,
on
no,
speed.
no, don't waste your slots. You'll need them. Here,
But
some
if
oats.
anyone gets
Eat
charmed or
oats.
frightened, I can
Oh.
get rid of it.
Okay,
don't-
that would be good.
There might have. I think there was magic. It was mostly. It was mostly drugs, from what I remember. They were feeding us drinks and plants. We were. No, it's mostly ingested.
All right, don't
Okay,
eat or drink anything.
Okay, okay.
We should snack before we go in, so we're not tempted.
Well, then I guess take the oats from Jerry.
You want some? It's mostly oats because the fucking mule ate all the pretzels out of it. He dug around the oat that the trail makes. It's real. Not the point, but here you go.
He cares more about oats, though. I thought that's what he told me.
He just does it to be an asshole. That's what I'm saying. He's just a dick.
Like
You all assume that I'm the one that's treated to the mule. Never is it, hey, Jerry, why is the mule so rude to you? You know what I'm saying?
we should. I'm not
I mean,
saying
again, there's not much going on in there.
we should
Just looking
cast
for
it
oats.
now, but we should definitely cast to speak with animals and confront him about this later. This is definitely not on. It's not okay.
Again, he doesn't
Exactly.
talk.
Perhaps
I
you're
tried.
topic.
Oh,
Yes, you're right.
yes. Seducing the woman. I mean, stopping her from doing evil.
Yes, actually. Do you want to? Should we try and get? I think Nefel and Atalanta are our two most potentially because of their magical horny ability or whatever. I think they are good bets for trying to lure this woman.
What
And
the
if she
fuck?
already likes
I'm
Twinks,
very charismatic.
I do.
this is true.
prefer
But if
to-
we already know she has an affinity for Twinks, I think Nefel best go in as a first. Should we have some sort of first
They
line
want
of?
to eat the Twinks, not fuck them.
Well, don't we all?
I need some information from her. So, like, if I could be like, "Hey, if you tell me this information, you can eat me," and then once she gives information, then you guys come in and stop her from eating me. That would be.
I'm just saying, do we try go in with a non-stabby angle first?
No, absolutely. Stab first. Ask
No,
questions
no.
later.
No, I need to ask her a question before she's stabbed, ideally.
All right, stab everyone around her, and
Well,
then
if
ask
she's
questions.
unconscious, we can wake her up afterwards and be like, answer our questions.
Seems.
If she stabs first, then we stab. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So and Karna kind of gets up on the seat then next to.
Don't
Jerry.
sit on my Bible. Get up.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my god. I'm sorry.
Fucking hell.
Don't hurt me.
Jesus, I'm not going to hurt you. You just annoy me.
You're very imposing.
You can come sit on my stuff in the back.
No, I need him to show me where to go.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. So he just starts kind of directing you through, gently, then slowly through the forest, as the thick woodland brush grows ever thicker ahead of you as you descend into darker and darker parts of the old woods. And that is where we're going to end our session.
If
Oh,
you like
okay.
pina coladas, you get
Getting caught in the rain.
Hey, you're early.
Oh,
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Wow.
I hope you all have a lovely day. Thank you, Connor, for editing this nightmare.
yes, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank
thank you very much.
Yes,
honey.
thank you, future.
We love you very
Connor.
much. You're wonderful.
And
I'm so glad I didn't kill your daughter today. Very glad, very glad, very
Wow.
worried.
Lovely listeners, we love you very much. Now go.
Hashtag Bleassed.
Bleass.
In the
Of the cape.
I know
I'm the
I
one that